everyone! Welcome back. I'm Cute Wings, and today we're going to play Doki Doki Literature Club. If you haven't heard about Doki Doki Literature Club, it is a visual novel horror games that also shows some poems. Yeah, those are these four girls who are actually in the literature club, and they also show some sort of love stories, and they have to choose only one girl in this game. So let's get started. I'm gonna open up my stream. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, fair warnings, this game also contains depressions, profanity, gore, bloody, massacre, and suicide. Alright. Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay, I'm gonna go live now. Should I start with... probably in general. No need to do that either. Where the heck is the chat though? I'm so new to this! How am I supposed to do this? Oh my god. Okay. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. So it's like a 988 hotline, suicide crisis hotline and stuff. Play Doki Doki Literature Club. You agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Actually, it used to be 13, but since they have this some sort of suicide and deaths and stuff, it actually aged up to 17, unlike Amari. I understand why this game was rated oh, Corona. Let me see here. Oh, this is not a yandere girl. This is not a yandere game. I'm not playing Yandere Simulator. Nah. This is well, it also contains suicide and stuff. Wait, are you talking about Alex? What's that guy name? Is it the one with the pirates and I? What's that name? Eva X, yeah, the Yandere devs. Yeah, this is not Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay. I mean not Doki Doki Literature Club, Yandere Simulator. I've seen it. It was very dark. There's some games that actually get banned for some reason because it contains some sort of historical offense that happens in real life, school shooting, I would assume school murdered. Alright, I'm gonna get started. Used to be only Team Solo, but now it came Team Serenity. Ugly color pink. That's disgusting. I can't believe I say this in the stream. Anyways, let me just apply the music. Turn. Actually, you know what? Let me just go straight this one. Text speed. Speed, very high. High. I know how to play this game. What do you talk about? Maybe Snoopy's, cause I don't know that one. Okay, shut up. Alright. I can't put my number name. That's okay. It's fine. It's a perfect name. Alright. Let's start the game now. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey! Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might drop to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we are children. You know, the kind of friend you'll never see yourself making today, but it's just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and I'll in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! Ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me? That's mean, cute wings! Well, if you people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think you're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you didn't wait for me, after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with the other students making their daily commute. By the way, have you decided a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. Either or either. Yeah, either. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations, where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. My bad. I was talking about how I'm worried about that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Well, you know why? Because I have ASD. Okay, I think that's a bad joke. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'll die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promise though? Well, at least promise me you will try a little. Yeah, I guess I promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised that I ever even let myself relevant to her. I guess seeing her way so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. But even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head, the school day is an ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sawyer wants me to check to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello, Sayori? Sayori must have to come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'll catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know what? Well, that you could come to my club, Sayori. Yeah! There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori's the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help with the start of a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promising you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori's really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yeah, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It is a pleasure to meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Kid Wings, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in the situation. This club. It's full of incredibly cute girls. What are you talking about? If you want to say something, say it. So sorry. Natsuki. I like the cute sound. How cute. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably the first year. Yeah, that's true, because she's a shorty. And simple. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says these quietly to my ears, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki. Always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Q-Wings. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Well, Monica was probably the most popular in the girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, witty, of course, basically completely out of the league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little you too, Monica. Come sit down, cute wings. We made room for you at the table so we can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them! I'll get them! Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walked over to the walked over the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a sit next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki's lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Hehehe. Well, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good! Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you taking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. Make them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, you dummy! Alright. What a tsundere. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each other of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that... No, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be the pastime for me, but at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiled to herself in reply. Monica raised an eyebrow, then smiles for me. So, what do you make you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should have told Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for an event. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encouraged me others to get into literature, I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica's really a great leader. Yuri is also not in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. Yeah, you know why? Kids have the stupid ghost stories. It must be hard to start a new club. It could be put it that way. Not many people aren't very interested in putting up the all of the effort to start something new. Yeah, you know why? Because reading books is hard, it's boring, and it's like a bunch of like broad text. It's boring. It's too much narrative text. What do you expect about books? Because it's novel, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that's much more important. I am confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You knew it. Everyone exhaustively agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goals. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why you were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So cute, Wings. What kind of things do you like to read? I would say graphic novels. That's all I know. And playwrights. Consider how little I've read these past few years. I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? Yeah. You are correct. You are correct, Yuri. I love mangas. Okay? It's like reading children books. Amira quietly to herself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Same here. Well, that I can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, you see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a friend's world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems to be reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw up for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something. I relate to the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with the Raw. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you can say that. But if the story makes me think or takes me in another world, then I can really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful as changing the way you look at the world, but only for the brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes started over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind Left's last club meeting? It looks like you're working a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud!" And give that back! Fine. Hehehe. Your cupcakes, your poem, everything you do is just as cute as you are. So Yuri slides up behind Natsuki and put her hands on her shoulder. I'm not cute! Oh my god, look at the expression. That's so adorable. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why do you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them Not a very confident writer yet. Yeah, like me, I agreed. You know why? Because I overthink. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to one itself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you share some of your work. You can set an example, help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share her. That's a writing advice. I guess it is the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poem. We all sit in the silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki's and Yuri's look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write our poem for our own. Then, next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone's as even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us to all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Cute Wings? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. So you may have convinced me to stop by, but I've never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Kill Wings. You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make the clear head decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayuri wraps her arm around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Oh my god, Natsuki. Damn, Nats makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting for a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Cute Wings, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with the medical writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Cute Wings, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Surya never walk alone home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of the circumstances. I'm sorry, I have bad pronunciation. And I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, let's start writing a poem. I got these tips. So, poem theme. Natsuki. Simple, childlike, playful. Sayori, emotional, nostalgic, happy, and bittersweet. Yuri, complex, and dark. Here's a tip so you didn't know about that. It's time to write a poem. Pick your words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Alright, we are going to use... I am going to have to do this. Okay. I think imagination's a good word. Or journey. Ah. How's everyone doing? Kurogashi? Oh! I've seen that anime. Is it the one with like some sort of like a horror anime that's like... It's a cute anime that has like some sort of like dark moments? Pleasured. It seems more Yuri likes me. Oh my god, it's all Yuri. I think joy is a good one. Sadness? How about a holiday? Melancholy? Ah, shit! I'm so sorry. Empty. Cry. Smile. How about... How about misery? Oh my gosh, I'm going towards Yuri. I don't know. Okay, this is just disgusting. I'm starting. I messed up. Okay, I see. Cheer, friends. Summer, that's a good one. Oh, crap! Sadness, clumsy. Dang it. Adventurous. Is this one right? Yeah, that's Sayori. I'm going towards Sayori route. Yeah, there's... Sayori route. Okay, first I will do Sayori route because she's the main protagonist. Well, she's also a main protagonist, but it's Sayori and Monica. I don't think Monica doesn't have his favorite poem because he's the creator. Like he's the one that made that game, but mostly Dan Salvado and stuff. Ah, shit. Childhood? Can I try childhood though? Or embrace? Let's try childhood. Okay, good. Tears. Whoa! Oh! Hey! Let's not get too dark. I can't believe they put this in this game. Oh, wow. It starts for like straight up like 30 minutes. Oh, wow. And ocean. Let me see here. Can you list out like all Sayori's words? All like Sayori's words and then Natsuki's words and Yuri words? I forgot. But the theme just gave me some hints. Okay, we did it. That was hard. Hi again, Q-Wings. Glad to see you didn't run away with us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I can keep my word. What? Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Q-Wings. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to come here and hang out or what. But even don't take us seriously. Hold on, let me just. Natsuki, you're certainly to have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga, that's literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Q-Wings always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with the busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Q-Wings can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation as she put me into. Oh! Yuri even bought you something today, you know? But wait, Sayori! Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sounds like a big deal when it's not really not. What did I do? What do I do? I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about that. First of all, I wasn't expecting anyone in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it as it's a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it just should keep your attention. If you don't usually read, and we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely reading this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can't read it on your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick up some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation to the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression. If she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is romancing around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. But I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. Well, we're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of the literature clubs sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even when it comes with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place. If it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Saria is taking this really seriously. It's rarely to hear her deliberating like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki, would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested. Cupcakes speaking to creative. Tummy. Cupcake this is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details for the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still herself usual self. Hold on. Hey Usep, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your stay. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has a trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayuri can put her mind to things like I make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it be like to see if the world through her eyes. Whoa! Oh, hey! Wah! I opened my eyes to see Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. I'm sorry. Wait! Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's not your fault sleeping like that. This isn't your napping club. Does our school have the napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You need to get used to it. Don't say it so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overhead. It's true, Throw. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayuri. Hehehe. It's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself? You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up this time? It's a secret! I knew it! Come on. At least give me the benefit of doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayuri, it's written all about you. Sayuri glances at herself. How is it all over me? Oh my gosh, Sayuri. Fucking Siri. How is it written all over me? You're clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over me. Or all around me. I ran my fingertips down the side of Sayuri's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get it right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain around your collar right there. Oh no. I try to wipe out the stain on my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Unfortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayuri? Why would you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh my god! Oh, hey, let's not get nasty here. This is so funny. What's this? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does kinds of things. Don't say that! You make me feel weird about it, stupid! It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this, aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful! The button might come off. Why is this the one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? I did. Sorry. It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Oh my god! Why does this exist? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazers button up like that. But it's so stuffy. Ugh! It's not worth it at all! Sayori hastily unbuttons her blaze once more. Phew! That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So it keeps you unbuttoned when I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Hold on, let me get my candy real quick. What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then I wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Sheesh. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. I'll leave you focus on going to bed earlier. Mine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better than at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell you with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Cute Wings, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fall to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trot away to retrieve her poem. By the way, do you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I have never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poem. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote her in the composition notebook. I can already see Monica present handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki's and Yuri reluctantly complainingly as well, reaching into her bags. I'll do the same thing myself. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. She's a good friend after all. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Kiwis! I love it! I have no idea you were such a good writer, Sayori. You must be seriously overacting. I'm not good at writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a cute wing poem! Yeah, that's right, not Sayori, you are correct. We're gonna turn all these poems into cute wing poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You are so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Q-Wings. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. I'm trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I cannot deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure that you have a lot of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry. I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away and rainy days? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayuri, this is just a guess, but do you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit! You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean! I still tried my best! Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. I came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from you, someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like what I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion. So basically, it is not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am! Why are you convincing that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all so sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you to do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about, yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts you more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up the rhyme at the end, but it's made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I meant to be pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that you're the youngest one here, didn't you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I would take any away from her. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess none of that it might be after reading though. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that has been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I can't have it now. I think the most notable thing I recognize in a new writer is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form into fit to that two together. The end result, they both the styles and expenses of art of weekend in. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, as it of her dimming really changes. Her simmering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can't be blamed of. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you sometimes, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I should have been talking to people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm sure if Yuri's is apologizing to herself or to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem? Please do. I would like to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as with a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Goes under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminates beneath the amber glows. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlights to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green eye hue of the future. I bathe, calms, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read any script often. Holy shit, it's Monica! I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. Is that Monica? Holy shit. Oh my god. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Cute Wings. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering the blast remained place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, put it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that would be long before you pick up these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess you have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Now our favorite, Monica. Hi, Cute Wings. Have a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better up just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share with poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahahaha. Don't worry, Cute Wings. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Surya would like. Is that so? You and Sayura are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you have those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Surya and I are really different. Well, maybe in that case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you are really care about each other's well-being. Even though you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's kind of the vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Ahaha, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Suri's writing has kind of gentle feeling to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I would like to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you to find what suits you the most. But don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, do you think I can read a poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not to be good, very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It could have been me. See the directions speckles shoes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I read blind like a film left out of the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ahaha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular now these days. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I have some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of like coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow, just like in the song. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. And as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, and if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is just literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into it. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read their in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrowed in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What is in this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss my symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can it be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. And if I'm looking for suggestions, I would have to ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it. And Killwings did too! So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Ugh! And Cute Wings liked my poem too, you know. You haven't told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Q-Wings appreciate my advice more than he appreciate yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? And you're that full of yourselves? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do over cutesy. Ooh! Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a bigger size as soon as Q-Wings started showing up. Natsuki's? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys! Suddenly, both girls turned around me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Q-Wings? She just tried to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then she should what happened in the first place. What's the point of them making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Q-Wings. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not necessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Q-Wing? Well, how did I drag it into this in the first place? It's not like I know everything about writing. But whoever would agree with, they probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's gonna be Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri expresses her so defenseless, but I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayuri! Yeah. Everyone's fighting. It's making Sayuri uncomfortable. How does it make it two of you fighting when you are making your friends like... Sorry. Q-Wings. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. Isn't unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayuri wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being, she would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is actually exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri! You guys are my friends! I just want everyone to get along and to be happy. My friends are wonderful people. I love them because of their differences. Natsuki poems. They're amazing because there are so many feelings with such few words. And Yuri poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in their heads. Everyone's so talented. Why are you So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And your boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Oh my god. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression of her face staring at nothing. So, this is why you're Sayori's a vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I may come off as a good leader, and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing to me. Ha 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 ha. Nah. It's not like I can't blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that's just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monaco smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genius person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If I only could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about the time to leave us for us to leave. How do you all feel about the sharing your poem? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'll say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Killings, how about you? Yeah, I'll say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something up from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can need to do a better job expressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Kitwings! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hehehe. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No! That's really the first time I've ever seen in a fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'll make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Q-Wings? It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing it along with everyone makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is gonna be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright, well, I'm gonna save this one too. I think he said Rain Cloud, right? Aw, man. How about... Let me try to think. You guys okay? You guys okay? Okay. Ito. Okay. This is gonna be hard. Ugh. This is some sort of puzzle or what? Okay. Maybe friends, right? Yes! Oh god. Oh my god. Please, Sayori. Please, Sayori. Another day passes in a time for a club meeting already. It's got a little more comfortable than part of the past couple days. In the room, the usual scene greets me. Yes! Yes! Finally, Sayori! Sorry, I picked Sayori. Finally. Hi, cute wings. Oh, yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Hey! I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple things to get to you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple thing with you all anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't you take me? Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? What? Why that all of a sudden? No, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the clutch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and let its contents to spill into the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How do you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you haven't bought a snack before coming to the club room. So if either you are not hungry and want an excuse for a walk, so you have planned to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would let you in the sum. But only one thing. You're always hungry. And so that you leave in the one option. I give up! Don't make me feel guilty! If you feel guilty, that means you're decided to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice she was listening in it. Her face on their books, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Cute Wings to let me borrow some money. That's Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough attribution. Ah, I didn't mean like that. I got too absorbed into my book. Ugh. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to expect their revolution. Retribution. That's still coming from you, Sayuri. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayuri knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me into the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if you weren't in the cupcakes. So I have to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me a more credit that Sayuri. What? Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayuri in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... A cookie! Sure enough, it was a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayuri glanced around. Is this America? It's because I paid my restitution. I'm a restitution. Retribution. Actually, that's when it almost worked. I was going to give it to you, but I heard I blabbed on about the cupcakes. It was totally worth it seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayuri hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayuri rapidly tears open the wrapper and take a big bite. So good. Sayuri suddenly claps in her hands over the mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good though, Natsuki. Can I try it? Sheesh. Beggars can be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, what do you think I gave it that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you share this one with me. Sayuri gets around on her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayuri off with her. Oh! Sayuri suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookies. Hey! Did you silly just do that? Mouthful, Sayuri throws away too safely. So Yuri and laughed as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayuri? Natsuki glances around. Monica is in the club room. Ugh, where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have you ever heard of anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She'd probably more desired than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over the boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizquestly glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of my time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have heard it, since I practiced piano. I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played piano as well, Monica. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I've also looked forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Key-Winks. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing the whole time recently. And I would really like the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So, I didn't miss anything, didn't I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mysteriously escapancy. But I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the chest. Killwings! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanted to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go to find some crayons and markers and glue sticks? I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, I'll be back soon. Where are you going with Q-Wing to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'll be happy to go with him. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classroom and stuff. Hehehe. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Kid-Wings? Yep. Let's go. Sayori and I exit the clubroom. I follow behind Sayori's and hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to a mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure to the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayoris, what exactly are you doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of the literature. Me and Monica have it planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite our favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull. Kid-Wings, you're not thinking about the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem like between my feet. The last remaining flowers beckons to me. I twist the stems freeing from his clinging roots. Caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends I must summon this joy. For now, when I look in every direction, the once purpose field before me. But it's but a barren wasteland. Like that, Sayori. How do I put this? I'm sure it's just like me, but it's possible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie? I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. It doesn't mean I'm like a pretty unordinary contrary so cute itself. Don't say it like that. It's embarrassing. But I guess if that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. Hi, I'm so excited. The festival is gonna be so much fun. Sorry, spins herself around the hallway again. Hey, Kid-Wings. Class over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed once a bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happy vibes from the row. and the world around her. It's pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the year went by, I began to hold myself up in the room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayuri brings a special sort of a feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us entered the classroom. Sayuri heads straight to the class closet, and I followed. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayuri pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too! They're kind of dirty though. Sayuri starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. Ah! I dropped one by accident. Ah! Yeah! Sayuri bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelves. She falls into the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. You okay? My forehead! Sayuri clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayuri. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let's see. Since Sayuri is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her off the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayuri. But it hurts. Just do it for seconds. Sayuri slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of the forehead. A bump is started to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Cute wings? Where would I even find ice around this time? Ah, I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayuri makes a silly joke. Ah, what are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I located the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayuri likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayuri. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back to the box. At least they were ready in the wrong spot where I spilled them. Sayuri, here. I hand Sayuri the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayuri opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayuri, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah! Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayuri places the bottle against the bump on your head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you have to clean up the most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, cute wings. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know why we used to play outside all the time. I would always try to keep up with you. You're kind of obvious in some ways. I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I try to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I fall and scrap myself or get a bump. I would start crying really hard. And I would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself. And you're afraid, and we're afraid of getting in trouble if someone find out. Even though I wasn't really your fault at all, you know. Did I really do that? Yeah, don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably won't have any. You probably wouldn't have hit your head. Cute wings. You don't think realizing it, but you always think about other people. Even after all years, after all the years, but you're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really sweet. Don't call me like that. I don't really do this kind of things all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Cute wings. I'm glad that nothing's changed between us. Don't you think it will be like this forever? Forever? I'm honestly to myself, there's no telling where we will each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises, but, well, I hope so. It's been a long already, right? I can't imagine you have ever changing, so I have my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Suri has a whimsical expression with her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when she was deep in her, but I see her in her deep in thought like this. It means like not to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I can hide in my under my bangs. Suri hops to her feet. Ah! He clutches her forehead again. Don't stun up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyways, let's go. I follow Suri out of the classroom. Suri plays with her bangs to try to hide the bumps without much success. In a moment, when we make it back to the classroom. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing your poems. Sayori, your forehead? She's fine. Don't worry about her. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelves. Well, anyways, were you able to find everything we needed? I have it right. Suri frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuffs. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Q-Wings. Well, Sayori... I feel like the common excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I started working on the poster tonight. Me too! Okay, everyone. Are you ready for share your poems? Guess I'll have to grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return my seats. Well, it's not really any worse than the last one, but I can really say it's better either. Phew. Huh? Phew. What? Well, anything is a train wreck. I'll take it as a win. And then I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey! What makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Ahaha!
glad to see someone recognize my experience. Well then, keep practicing. I will get you good as me someday.
That's a... Something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayuri's poem from yesterday. I think so. Yeah, well I guess you've been friends with her for so long. You might be on the way of some... maybe on the same wavelength. But you never really struck on me on type. Suri has a type of all of a sudden. Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can you someone so fluffy, spending so much time with someone like you? It's like she's been dragging around a dead weight.
That was a little unnecessarily. But think of it this way. If I were for me, she would probably just fly away, like letting go of the balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice, I've heard.
I'm back.
Where was I?
Wriggly, hairy, ugly spider. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sings the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up, and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always like to see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like to like spiders too. That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she have to keep it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best thing I could. No, of course not. Anyways, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. After I've explained it, sometimes you explain it complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that with the subject of this poem's an ignorant joke. Do you know people like that? Of course! It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can't be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate it to. Oh shit. Everyone has some kind of a weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they will make fun of you or think less of you. But that's not just make people stupid. Who cares about someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can do. It's what I can do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions in the portrait. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember, Dad, I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Q-Wings. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. Eh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, but don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more darling. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work on your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your writer to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise, I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of that if would you like to read it. Of course. Is this a poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night when I was asleep, silently bread of the guilty snack. My attention was caught by scattering the raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies of my unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconsciousness, well aware of this consequences, well aware of that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The intensifying beauty of my cutting knife was of symptoms. The bread, my hunger, curiosity, the raccoon, and an urge. The moon incites its face, and reflects that much more lights off of the cutting knife. The very same light that was glistening in my eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Perhaps I'm merely projecting
my emotions onto my nearly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so as my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me the assignment. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feel myself again. It was a little more darling with this one yesterday. I can see that. It was more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what it is the poem about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preference writing style, using a poem as a canvas to express vivid imageries and conveying emotions through them. Yet, if I take it at the face value that I can even imagine figure what it is supposed to mean, well, I think it's something that different people can relate to their own way. I want to express that way it feels like to be indulge in my more and unusual hobbies. Those sorts of things, and I'm usually forced to keep myself, so I'm sometimes enjoy writing about them. It's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone's being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right! I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have it in common. That's interesting. To me, she seems like a kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose it's my fault for judging it, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reasons to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing with me. After all, if I had to learn to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Q-Wings, I really love your poems. I can't believe you're hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday and this one too. And you could tell me that you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the one who feels that way, so. No way! Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess just I'll be honest about that. It's a lot easier to write poems when I am thinking about you. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean you're really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even a little thing. Like cooking! Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying that when I feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have a kind of weird connections. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You'll never understand. I try to explain things to you, don't you, Sayori? I pat Suri's head. Hey! I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Suri starts fill up with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Q-Wings, will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's my first time you written something for me. Sayuri, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped it. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it too. I'll get it for you. Sayori clutches the desk beside her, support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little bit clumsy today. Sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit in the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop out of the scalp like the lid of the cookie jar. It's like the secret place where I keep all of my dreams. Like little balls of sunshine. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside of my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingling, but there's no time to waste. But I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put it in a bottle of shells with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in the bottles in a row. My connection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend, another friend. More bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering a secret, hiding the book nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scrapping and scrapping. I blow dust off of my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelves could use some more. My friend looked through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends, and they came in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frankly pulled them off the shelves, one after one another, holding them out of the reach each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the title between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who weren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap! So Yuri, did you really write this? Of course I did! Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. But I got Tommy a whole lot. Whole. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's all kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about that. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Thanks. I feel like I meant to express myself this way. It even helps me to understand my own feelings a little bit easier. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yay! Writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Ahaha, don't get ahead of yourself. Sario always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it in no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Hi again, Q-Wings. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you will come with a masterpiece. Aha, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share whatever you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright, it's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayuri, like the other one that we wrote. You two are a dramatic duo. Haha, that's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame yourself for being a little shy. I'm not shy, I'm just teasing. I know it takes a little bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give themselves a share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like an unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's not like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Hell, alright. But anyways, you want to read my poem now? I like the way you turn out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me! The colors. They won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. Any endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Filing, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, signs, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, on an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than you like the last one, huh? Ahahaha. I guess that's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never say that. It's just like that. It's just that kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of your poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines, really short, makes it feels like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's so hard for me to tell you what it's about, though. Ahahaha. Something's asking what a poem is about isn't the right questions. A poem can be abstracted physical expressions of a feeling or conversations with the reader. So put it in ways, not every poem is about something. Anyways, here's Monica writing tip for the day. Sometimes when you find yourself facing a difficult decisions, when that happens, don't forget to save your game. You know what? When you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, isn't a tip even about writing? What am I talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. So if everyone can come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything in a few days. Well, we just ended up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting in new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with the last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayuri has been working on posters, and I decided some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it earlier already. We're going to be performing. Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us is going to have choose the poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come over and recite the poems too. So Yuri's putting it in all of the posters in case anyone
wants to prepare ahead of time. So Yuri, who's been calling a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already started putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it is a bad idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in the front of the group of people like that. If I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine if Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, sir, Yuri. I understand where they're coming from. Remember, Natsuki and Yuri haven't shared their poems with anyone until they just a couple days ago. It's a lot of asking for them to recite their poems. A lot of whole room full of people. I guess it's kind of overload that. So I'm sorry, but I still think we should give it our best. We're the only one responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each other with a good performance, then we inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we're able to show everyone that we're literature about. Yay! Is it about expressing your feelings? Being intimidated yourself? Finding new horizons? And having fun? That's right. And it's only those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share it with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. And if all of that takes us standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. So Yuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agreed. I don't think that's too much to ask. I think that Yuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new member. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I have to get it over with. All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously gonna be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. When I expect you're reciting your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do in front of your strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off how everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through the notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is "The Way They Fly." Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is it something she's done before, or is it she's simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes at Monica. Soya looks amazed. Yours has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitations. The four of us applied. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was good, Monica!
Haha, thank you very much. I was just hoping you set it a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh ha! Yours fire up all of a sudden! Yuri clenches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over the podium. This woman's cold. Yuri anxiously glances up at each other of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called Aftermath of Crimson's Eyes. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refuses to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of the lines, her voice changes. It almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transfer into sharp syllables of a fiercely and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and structures that she enunciates with perfect timing. That must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealing inside her hand. Suddenly, she finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snapped back into reality and glanced around her as she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start plotting. Everyone joins me for it, and we give Yuri the recognitions she deserves. It's not that we didn't expect to applaud for her, but we are caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we plot, Yuri holds the poem to the chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thanks for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for a count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of the chairs and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Fiddle. Sorry, I giggled. So Yuri, it's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think about like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself like you're in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so I comment out your best that way. I see. Okay then. Sari begins her poem. Somehow it feels like the software was made of a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like scariest. It's sincere and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said like a poem, like my poem. It's like I get reached more deeply in someone that I know. Story finished and we plot. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Hehehe. Even cute wings liked it. I guess that was a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be other poems wouldn't work as quite as well as the kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where a sort of gentle delivery wouldn't much work as well. They might need a little more fierce force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Been practicing what kind of thing? It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have too much time before the festival, you know. Okay! Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't be good. Don't make me go before cute wings. It's not like what I compared to you guys anyways. Might as well let cute wings lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. Might as well to get over with. But it's not have much of selections of what to read.
I'll just go have I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand in front of them, in front of the podium. Everyone has their own eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not actually confident with my own writing, but it's hard to put energy into it. Despite all that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about abilities and more about a lack of confidence in your writing. That's something improving your time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of the seat and makes her way to the podium. The podium's called. It's called. Why are you looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyways, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she started reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappeared a little. While she stills a little interested, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it's worked surprising when it's spoken out loud. The words feels like it's a bounce up and down, and it's given life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She hovers back to her seats. That wasn't so bad, wasn't it? Easy for you to say. You better not make it do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put it on whatever face I wanted for other people. But when it's just my friend, it's just embarrassing. That was a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it's so. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you have all the ideas of what it is like now. Make sure to pick a poem enough and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time before reciting it. Jeez. I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort in this club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's it. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but I'll let everyone try for write the poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I like to continue that. As a festival, we finish planning tomorrow, and we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do the best to get through. It's for the sake of the club. And oppressing Monica. Then I have to do it my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two. Always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make me such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Cute Wings. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on that way home. Hey, Sayori? Sayori! Sorry! I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something earlier. I like how we get to. I mean, Sari fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asks to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? What kind of putting me on the spot here? Well, so Yuri, you really think I would ditch out for you, Yuri? Eh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Sheesh, I already seen her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I would have just ruined about that for you. You're so silly, Kiwings. You think you think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to. So Yuri, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure out you sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of weird thing for Sayuri to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Once again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what's gonna happen in that time? Okay, I'm gonna stop here now. I'm gonna stop here. Alright. I'm gonna end the stream. It's gonna be late here, so alright. Thank you so much for watching my stream. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, you won't miss it. And follow me on Twitch and Twitter. And I'll see you in the next video. See ya!